Hey Devin, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna do some interviews. Waiting for the sun to get down a little lower. Michigan Avenue runs east-west, and even though it's a kind of a nice fall day, man, if that wind's not blowing, it's hot. So that affects the traffic out there. Hey Daryl, how you doing? Yeah, not really doing too much. I have an interest in talking to him, and it's just a hobby, really. I tell people all the time, if it wasn't for the people I interviewed, nobody'd watch. Hey Aaron, what's going on? I looked for everybody already. I haven't run into anybody, but as I said, it's pretty warm out there in the sun. Yeah, it's nice and cool up there today. I see they got a couple gas stations for sale up there that are really like inexpensive compared to other places, cities. Yeah, 79. I believe it wasn't supposed to get that hot today. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those tailways. I think they're crappy hamburgers, to tell you the truth. I just would run into the women a lot when I was buying newspaper and coffee at gas stations. And I'd watch them feed like stray cats and birds, and then do their thing, and it was just kind of interesting to me. So I just started talking to them. Then I thought one day, hey, maybe I'll interview them. But I was doing photography and video of abandoned buildings and stuff way before then. Nope, I don't like Tubbies. There's very few places that I'll get a sub. One place is Izzy's in Ann Arbor, and the other one's Captain Nemo's in Belleville. They have another one in Romulus. There may be a couple some other places, but that's it. Other than that, I really like subs. I don't like lunch meat that much, like that Ganella or whatever. There's one down there near Marathon, right at the Lincoln Park, Detroit border on 4th Street, where the refinery is. I mean, that's probably as good as you can get as far as lunch meat and a good sub for the price, but I just don't care for that kind of stuff. Oh, tired. Went to bed late and got up early. Yeah, apartments, yep. You can see they tore down these, entire blocks. Not much left, just fields now. Go. Even Marguerite wasn't sitting out in her normal spot. Good girl. Yeah, good baby, honey. Oh, it's hot out. Really hot. It'll be down a lot lower than an hour, so I'm kind of killing time. I knew I was getting down here early for a hot day, but I had to go to the post office. See that train down there? Been there for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, it looks like that is a big puddle. See, no one's out even at their favorite corner. That's Marguerite's favorite store right there. They're really nice to her. It is, yeah. I did some interviews here. Beautiful day. That's Maddie. Yeah, I'm sure she's fine. Somebody saw her today a couple hours ago. Yeah, Rebecca got all those letters right there. Yeah, it should be fine. Should be around here. If you're ever down here, that place actually has good food. Pancho's Palace, it's called. Yeah, I knew it was going to be like that when I first got down here. But I'll still have like the ideal conditions for 4 or 5 hours. Ohio, all right. Yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine down in Georgia, down there in Madison. Yeah, it'll be really nice here in about an hour. Luckily the breeze picked up. It was hot. Oh, is it supposed to be warm? Yeah, I'm going to be heading out tomorrow. Oh, Lincoln Park. Yeah, I just went over there and got some Zukin ribs. I don't think they're the greatest ribs. I mean, they're good, but they're not great. Yeah, I'm from Flat Rock originally. My dad worked at Rouge, so I spent a lot of time in Lincoln Park. Yeah, that's what I'd put them. Okay, yeah. Not great. But you know what? They're priced right. There's a black guy on Schaefer, south of Fort, on the right side in front of that abandoned car wash. He is the most awesome sauce in the world, but he just kept getting cheaper and cheaper on the meat. So I try not to eat hot dogs and red hots. That's what I usually get there because I've got the ribs and the rib tips before, and it's just such low quality meat, man. I just don't want to get it. But man, his sauce and stuff is great, and they dunk that red hot in that barbecue sauce. So damn good. It's just I felt like ribs today. He was open too, and usually I never saw him, with the exception of on the weekend sometimes. He and his daughters live up like around the Mount Clemens area. They come all the way down there to sell ribs. You know, that's one thing about Detroit. I mean, there are things here you just can't get in other cities. I mean, even like Ponchos, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the owner of Ponchos is making 250, 300 grand a year. That's a busy party store. They get more money for stuff downtown because of the situation people are in. They take bridge cards. I bet he's really raking it in. you tend to think of like downtown, like, a lot of areas south and not much money. I bet they make more money per capita at the party stores here that they do anywhere. Yeah, my favorite place to eat in Greektown is Golden Fleece. Pegasus is all right, but I'm not into most of that stuff. I'll go in there maybe if I want to get sea bass, but I don't like grape leaves. I don't think they're gyros of that grape. And lamb chops are getting so ridiculously expensive. Any of you guys ever on that chat in the evenings? Tunnel Barbecue. It's funny you should mention that. I'm friends with the people that own the Tim Hortons where I live in West Branch. Yeah, it's that Greek family. They've got one now out, I think, near the mall or the airport. Yeah, do I ever remember Tunnel Barbecue? It was excellent. You remember Chicken Court and the old fish market? Yeah, I think I'm not gonna be doing those chats anymore. I'm actually looking into doing a podcast. I gotta get something to where I can just keep on it all the time. That chat's just, turning into be, there's some good people on there, but there are a lot of weird ones. And I just don't want them around. And it's hard to police if I can't keep an eye on it all the time. So a podcast I can do, and I don't need to worry about, those crazy interruptions with some of these kooks. Yeah, no, it's like that with the food, that's right. Oh, did they really? So Quicken Loans over there doing Canadian mortgages too. They were charged in federal court with predatory lending. I haven't checked on it lately. I don't know if it's still going or not. I didn't realize Quicken Loans was in Windsor. Old Fish Market. I used to have times over at Windsor. I spent a ton of time over there. You remember when the Bellevue was around? Or the tugboat? You could go and get a beer parked at the end of Ouellette. I would have thought those businesses would have just kept on getting busier and busier. Bunch of starlings sitting up in this tree. You guys ever listen to any podcast? I don't think I've ever listened to one. Oh, no kidding, Kevin. It's really like that in Windsor, huh? I haven't been over there in a while, messing around. I did some video, stayed at the casino one night. That was 3 or 4 years ago. That's a killer view in that casino. Just sit there and watch the ice go by. Oh, okay. So what do they do on those podcasts? Do they just like broadcast them and then upload them? And then they're there forever, or what? Does anybody get a chance to listen to it live? I don't really have a 5-year plan. I never really had any plan for the channel. That's why I was screwing around and named it Chosen One, because Google was kind of leaning on people to come up with a channel name as opposed to an email. And I just got done watching a LeBron James documentary, and I typed Chosen in. I probably would have named it something different. And then I just really used YouTube for a long time for just kind of a storage facility for my own stuff. Well, thanks, Daily Struggles. I would have never thought in a million years as I do. And for about 10 years, they didn't. Longer than that. If it wasn't for the working women that I interviewed in Detroit, we wouldn't be talking. Nobody gives a shit about Daisy running around or a farmer plowing his field or me at the top of the Fisher body plant. I mean, they do, but not like the interviews. And they sat around for years before anybody looked at them. You're going to think I'm crazy, but the starling's actually my favorite bird. They are such survivors. Smart. You never see a starling running into a window or getting hit by a car. Stick together. Great flyers. They got balls too. Yeah, a lot of red-tailed hawks are. I see them all over up north. A guy with a load of concrete. Yeah, I doubt I'll ever go. Probably not. I got a guy that wants me to come down and interview a guy in Atlanta. Yeah, Greg, yeah, you're right about it. I never got into that hydroplane racing either. There's that one real famous guy that drove Miss Budweiser. Yeah, I mean, I never. It's the viewers that actually determined, what they think the channel means. It's not something that I set out to do. It's kind of how they interpreted it. I never really had a plan. I mean, I'd keep doing the same things whether I got views and subscribers or not. As you guys know, if you're around enough, I never ask anybody for thumbs up, subscribe, none of that crap. And I tell people, don't send any money. I mean, it's cool if they appreciate it, and there's really not much left other than doing that, but this is just fun. I want to keep it just like it is. Nah, Daily Struggles, it wasn't me at all. It was the women I interviewed, just when the interviews took off. And, once you get recommended through YouTube's algorithms, you're home free. I mean, it's not, there's way better channels than mine out there all over the place. Millions of them, thousands of them. Yeah, thanks, Dollar Bill. I mean, I don't really prepare for interviews, and there's things that I always wish I would have asked them after I left. That's why I will do subsequent interviews, but I like talking to them. I mean, some of the people, I don't know how to explain it. Look at all the cards Rebecca got up here. I don't know if you guys saw them or not. And I'm going to give those to her. I don't know what's in them. Oh, okay, Daily Struggles. Yeah, you probably got a recommended thing and saw it, Yeah, I watch a lot of martial arts, all the UFC. I watch basketball, boxing. I don't really just go surfing around for channels too much. By the time I upload stuff, and it takes a long time to answer questions, and I can't keep up with them now. I don't really have much time to just surf around and look for new stuff. Yeah, thanks, Nicole. Nah, it's just, I'd like to take credit for something, but I'd be lying to you if I said it was me. I mean, that's true. I do find a way, somehow, some way to get out and do this. But it was never, I'm so far in the hole, if you wanted to use a business model for this, I'll never get out of it. It's a minimum 300, usually 4 or 5 or 600 every trip I do. Plus I pay people. I've given them what little money that I've made, although that has changed lately. And I mean, there were 10.5 years of doing this where I didn't make a single cent. It cost me money. I still go in the hole big time despite the views. What really kills me is my videos, the like interviews where they get a lot of views with the women. It's considered not suitable for most advertisers, and that just kills any money. Instead of getting, 10 billion views, you get 10,000. It's really stupid, but there's nothing I can do about it. But I don't get too upset about it, because really, if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have a channel. People that sub to your channel, the subscribers. Hey, Spirit in the Sky. So, I mean, I credit everything with shit luck. It's cool to get to these. Yeah, Kevin, I believe it. No, now you gotta have many views to make any money. It's ridiculous. I don't know, because I never got a lot of views on a non restricted video. I don't think you can, no. I mean, I think I have 5,600 videos up. Yeah, I'm going to get an interview. I'm waiting for the sun to get down a little lower, or Marguerite to show up, or Wackadoodle Day. And then I'm going to head over on Michigan Avenue. But right now, the sun's getting ready to set, and Michigan Avenue runs east and west. So for me to go over there now, I'd be facing right into that sun coming through the windshield up until it was below the horizon. So that's why I'm over here instead of over there. You'd still watch, Nicole? That's cool. Oh, thanks, Sheik. I mean, that's why, if I was really, taking this seriously, I've been a private detective my whole life. I have an agency now, but I'm not really doing anything with it. My whole working adult life. But for the kind of work I did, the piece of pie got pretty small. I sold my last agency about 8 years ago. And I've done a couple PI cases. That's it. I mean, I'm so out of touch with like the day-to-day operations of being a working PI, it's ridiculous. If somebody wanted to use me now, I'd say, hey, give me a week. I want to bone up on my skills. Yeah, I mean, I encourage everybody, go out and videotape your interviews on your own. It's not hard. Just go down there and start talking to them. Priorities. Yeah, I don't really have any, to tell you the truth. I'd say probably sleeping in every day, staying up as late as I want. Just screwing around. I'm thinking about getting out up north. I'm looking for places around Detroit. I almost went to Georgia, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. Then I considered Hilton Head. I don't know, just a free spirit. Hey Becky, how you doing? Where you at? I was already down there. I didn't see. I see they towed your car away. Yes, it does. I mean, I like doing it. Oh, St. Agnes. Hey Jeff. Yep, back in the D. How you doing? I mean, I'm an older guy now. I don't really have any goals, or I've had a great life. This is actually probably the worst lifespan the last 8 years, but before that it was like super golden. It's still pretty good. Yeah, well, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. I mean, it's probably too real and too raw. to say is, oh shit, yeah, Private Detective is boring. You better believe it. What was I gonna say? It's working out in the sense that I'm the only guy that can have access to it, and I just went over there and got all those letters out for Becky. Becky, I'm down 4th Street right now. Because you know it's hotter than a bitch over there on Michigan Avenue. So I'm waiting for the sun to get a little lower. When did they tow your car out of there? So no, just kind of having fun, to tell you the truth. I'm so lucky to be able to just goof around like this. I mean, the nice thing about this channel, I mean, it has grown. I don't want to change anything. I don't want to wreck it. Is it, like I said, for over 10 and a half years, I didn't have anybody watching it, and I still did it. Yeah, they work anytime, really. It's kind of like a go get high, you know, when that wears off, they need some money, go back out, tired, don't feel like working, you know, there's no real schedule. If you listen to Lacey talk, between like 4:30 and 7 a.m. is her busiest time. Oh, thanks, Amaryllis, appreciate it. Yeah, Becky, I'll be over there in about, what time is it now? I'll be over there in about an hour. That cool? I got all these envelopes for you. That's what she said. Yeah, on their way to work for Quickies. Yep. Oh yeah, you're gonna see me today, Becky, that's for sure. You want me to come back there over to where your car was at, Becky? About an hour? That's what I'll do then. Surprised Margarita isn't out here. Yeah, I don't go over to Windsor anymore. I mean, Windsor's cool, but I don't know. I just somehow like feel connected to Detroit. '63. I'm 63. And Daisy is 6. Oh, look, this guy might be working. I haven't seen this guy before. Yeah, she comes and goes. I don't know who this guy is. He's gonna work the corner, I guess. No, I'm gonna interview her though. Yeah, Daily Struggles. Go ahead and go out there. Get a hold of me. You could do some interviews yourself. I think you'd like it if you like watching me. Yeah, Becky, I know it's not. Sorry about that. No, it's not the same. I can tell. This guy's got another MO. He flags him down like he needs something. Hey, Gar. Yeah, Miami's another world, man. It really is. Yeah, actually, I'm not really doing much, you know. Turning on a camera.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Yo, hey, I was wondering if you could please help me out.
Not right now.
Spare $1.
I don't have one.
Any change?
Nope.
Alright.
Yep. You know, I don't like people coming right up to me. I don't give a shit where I'm at. It's all right, Daisy. Daisy doesn't either. Daisy doesn't like it either. Yeah, I don't put up with any bullshit. You know, another thing I wanted to mention, you guys, too. Look, why do I do videos of drug addicts? Well, there's a much bigger picture there than just being a drug addict. How they got there, you know, how they are trying to engineer getting out, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I try, man. I try. But what I was going to say to you guys is, what do you mean, why do I do those videos? I just told you. Jeez, dumbass after another. Why do I do these videos? Yeah, I've never seen this guy. See how Daisy bite the hell out of him. You know, I don't like the way you ask the questions, so I'm not going to answer any of your questions why I interviewed these people. None of your goddamn business. Oh yeah, Daisy will bite the shit out of this, but I'm not kidding you. I worry about her a little bit. Yeah, we'll hook up in about an hour. Don't you worry. But what I was going to say to you guys is, you know, I try and be like kind and compassionate to people and be a good guy up front. But some of these people that I cross paths with on this channel, I just don't like. I don't want them around. I don't want them in the chat. It's none of their business what I do, where I go, when I get here, when I leave. You know, I've said 1,000,000 times on here, I'm a super loner. You'll never see anybody riding. You'll never run into me anywhere where I'm hanging out with somebody else. I like it that way. I don't want people around. I have a lot of people that want to call and want to ride around with me. I don't want people riding around with me. For starters, they're sitting in Daisy's seat. That's one big thing. But honestly, if I had Daisy, I don't want people riding around with me. I've made 1,000,000 trips down to Florida and back. People always want to ride. I don't want them riding with me. I'm sorry. I don't like staying at people's house overnight. There's 25 people who want me to spend the night when I'm down here. I appreciate the offer, but I'd rather get a hotel. Yeah, riding right. It's just like if I'm friends with one of you guys, and let's say we decide to go out and have lunch. I do go out and have lunch with people sometimes. If you say, well, would you mind if I brought my husband, or would you mind if I brought my best friend? You know what? I would, because it changes the conversation when you don't know somebody. I don't want people around me most of the time, like 99% of the time. I mean, there's great people on here. I've met some really nice people. I look forward to communicating with them. But about 5% of them are a bunch of kooks that I've had to threaten to not contact me again. I'm 63. I mean, those are the perils of doing something like this. You know, there's an argument from when I didn't have any viewers or subs. I didn't have any problems. Yeah, I'm serious. I feel every day of it. It's the same like where I live. I mean, first of all, you'd have to be a lunatic to, hey Mark, how you doing? Mark, I saw that you had sent money. I never even knew how to look that up, and I found it accidentally, I think it was last night. Did you have anybody specifically you wanted that money to go to? I think you've donated 25 bucks, but one of the dollars amount was kind of vague. Yeah, it's more than trolls. It's just weird people, just goofy people. And I can tell, I've been around for a while, and I can always tell that, when I have the problems with them, I can tell they've been a problem to other people in their life. They're just strange. They don't approach things. They're low on etiquette. They can't spell. They're just obnoxious and irritating. I've been this way since I was young. Yeah, I love Southwest Detroit. I've been this way kind of since I've been young. I mean, I was taking vacations by myself as a teenager. I don't mind taking Daisy. Yeah, because she's a good girl. Yeah, honey. Daisy's a good dog. I wasn't looking for a dog at the time, but it's worked out. It's a good baby, honey. Good. Yeah, it's just a good baby. I know I keep saying I'm going to get that DNA swab. I am going to do it. Shit, that keeps going up and up. It's cheaper to find out who your ancestors are as a human being than find what kind of dog you have. Oh, thanks, Ashley. Yeah, okay. Scrub them up good. Keep an eye on them. No, but you can spell basic words. I mean, these people, some of them are just kooks. It's the same place, where I live. There's a lot of women my age that are single. And I'm telling you, I'm not interested. Not even a little bit. Springwell and military? Yeah, I've been over there before. Springwells and military run the same way, don't they? No, I guess military doesn't. Runs east-west. Oh, thanks, you Gar. Appreciate it. Yeah, no way. I wish I knew when I was 20 that what I know now. Yeah, I don't know where she's at. Oh, that's cool, Schmeckle Cat. Yeah, sadly, Del Rey's changing. It'll be interesting to see what happens to it with this bridge deal and, how this area transforms with all the infrastructure. Yeah. 63. Yeah, appreciate it. It's pretty cool how this really nice tree just grows in Detroit like this. No, I don't. People ask me all the time. They always think I'm younger than I am. I think my voice just sounds younger or something. Yeah, that abandoned thing's about over. The best place, I thought, was the Fisher Body Plant number 21. It's paradise. They've welded the doors shut, so unless you want to scale the wall from the outside, you can cancel that one. The Packard plant's been locked down for a long time. That was never that great to begin with. The graffiti was cool, but it wasn't that tall of a building. Community Hospital, Southwest Hospital, fantastic. Best view I've ever seen. That was actually opened about a month ago, and now it's closed back up again. Of course, the train station, you can forget it. And There are little small places that have been boarded up, but the city's really been on, a mission in taking care of some of this commercial blight. So they've been, demolished, and there's weeds there now. I wouldn't recommend anybody come to Detroit with the idea of videotaping a lot of abandoned buildings. Yeah, no, it's a kick-ass tree, man. It really is. Beautiful. I mean, that's one nice thing you'll notice in old neighborhoods like Delray. I don't care if you're the richest guy in the world, you're not going to have a tree lined with trees that size. There's no way around it. You couldn't buy them if you wanted to. So old, mature neighborhoods have an attractive quality about them that you can't find in new. You'll see these new $1 million homes and they have these little twigs planted in the ground. Looks stupid. Yeah, they sure are. They need to go over on the west side, the northwest side, the north side. I mean, there's so many abandoned houses, it's ridiculous. They have done a pretty good job of getting rid of the ones they have so far. Man, they got a long way to go. Yeah, grass in my front yard, that's because a service takes care of it. It wouldn't be if they let me take care of it. They do all the stuff. We got sprinklers, fertilizer, all that crap. That's why it looks nice. A lot of people don't realize that if you want nice grass, it's got to be grass for starters. It can't be mowed weeds, and that's why it looks good. That's legit grass. When I was a kid, our yards were just like mowed down weeds. The guy across the street had grass, but he was about the only one. What's this Daniel Cross doing? You can always tell when we get these crackpots on these live chats. It's always some weirdo with no content. And usually somebody that I banned earlier. Yeah, I looked at Zillow the other day. If you see that one commercial building next to the motorcycle club on Dearborn Street's for sale, they want $200,000 for it. Oh yeah, pheasants are everywhere around here. Hey, Sidelon, what's happening? I've never seen so many. I haven't seen them lately, though, to be honest with you. There were a lot up near the new Tire Stadium. Some guy just posted the other day, yesterday, there are a bunch up near 8 Mile and Woodward. Yeah, I've never seen a raccoon. I've seen everything else. Fox, coyote, deer. Oh, where do you live? Where do you live, Jesse? Yeah, the dangerous cities and the safest cities, you gotta look at the questions they ask before you can believe the answers. Idaho, okay. You don't live in Notus, Idaho, do you? Notus? Okay, I'll keep guessing. Yeah, I got a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I've been a PI my whole life. Yeah, I'll be going to Brightmoor tomorrow morning, actually. Yeah, it's no big deal going at night. I mean, it's hard to see, and it's really, I used to have more night videos than day. Yeah, I just saw some young turkeys yesterday when I took Daisy swimming. I don't know how Maddie is. Somebody posted a couple hours ago she was down here. I'll find out. Yeah, I'm still a licensed PI, and I have a license and an agency, but I haven't done a PI case in a long time. I sold my last agency in Chicago, and I put my license in escrow. In Florida, I let my license expired with the hopes of never doing another PI case there till the day I die. I let my license expire in Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, and where else? That's about it, I guess. And I have a current license in Michigan. You know, it used to be hard to get your license in Michigan. The state police regulated it. Now it's easy. Actually, I get a PI license from the same department that regulates barbers, beauticians. Chicago's a bitch to get a PI license. They got a test down there that's a bitch. I didn't find out about it till later, but you know, when I first moved there, I thought, oh, I'll just take this test, no problem, you know. Yeah, it was a problem. I flunked it. And then I studied my ass off for 6 months, and I barely passed the thing the next time. You needed a 70. I think I had a 73. Then I find out later that these, you know, Illinois is as corrupt as there is. The last two governors have been in federal prison. One's still there. And the city's just as bad. So I find out later that there are these prep classes you can take that are $1,000. And it's ex-licensing officials. Well, basically what they do is they tell you what not to study, and they tell you the important parts of the test. You're not given the answers, but let me tell you, it knocks 6 months worth of studying the wrong stuff into like a week. I know 2 FBI agents that couldn't pass that goddamn test, believe it or not. I don't even see this Daniel Cross coming up. What's he saying? Florida's used to be easy. That's hard now. It's hard in the sense that these tests are not easy. It has nothing to do with being a PI. You'd be better off just being a lucky son of a gun and taking the test. PI works against you on these new licensing tests. I don't understand it. It has nothing to do with the profession. I knew I was screwed on the Illinois PI test when the first 10 questions were about fingerprints. There isn't a PI in this world that has anything to do with fingerprints. There were only 50 questions. Yeah, I don't know what you can do with helping Maddie. I mean, I really don't. I mean, she's got family. I just had friends of hers email me today and want me to tell her that they love her and they'll come down and get her, and they're do anything she wants. Maddie's got a lot of supporters. You know, interested people. It's because she's a cute, young, blonde girl, that's why. If she gained 200 pounds and was ugly, she wouldn't have any. If Rebecca weighed 250 pounds, she wouldn't have got a card. I went to the mailbox and there wouldn't have been anything. That's just how it works. Aaron, be ready for what? I practice with my microphone more too. I'll tell you, when I'm down on 4th Street like here, or Michigan Avenue, I mean, I think it's quieter being next to a jet taking off. The din of the daily activity is very loud. Well, I'm going right by where Maddie should be if she's out right now. This is the fewest cars I've ever seen here. There's actually kids being raised in there. I don't know how you get any sleep in that place. No, Maddie, yeah, she hangs in there. You're right. Yeah, I love Astro vans, man. This one, I just turned 345,000 coming down here. I bought two of these brand new at the same time. Well, this looks like a Detroit scene, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll run into Maddie before I leave. Nah, they don't demonetize them, but they restrict them for content, and it's just about as bad. Ah, Brandy, that's fine. I'd be glad to meet you for lunch. You don't need to buy me lunch. I'll buy your lunch. Wow, 500,000. Do you have the double overhead cam in that? Oh, thanks, Marcia. Yeah, 345. I mean, I'd take this thing all over, man. I'd head out anywhere tomorrow. I don't care how many miles it is. All-wheel drive. Daisy doesn't like that loud noise. Oh, okay, V6. Yeah, she's a cool dog. Yeah, doesn't this look so Detroit right here? You know, there's a couple of these people. You know, I find out a lot about these people just from other people in the area or people they've crossed paths with. And once in a while, I'll find out information where I'm just not interested in interviewing them anymore. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I remember thinking I had a Honda. I had a couple Hondas, a couple Toyotas. Why wouldn't Marsha? Yeah, I never had a problem. Nope, nothing. I change the transmission fluid about every 50,000 miles. You know, I change my oil every 3,000. I'm on my second alternator. I just put in my first water pump about 10,000 miles ago. I've changed the suspension once. Yeah, I looked for Jason today. I didn't see him last hour or so. Rebecca's a cute personality. I'm wondering what they're going to do with this building right over here. You know, they covered in all holes. It's really kind of cool looking. In the middle, I see there's an old real estate sign. I'd like to get in there and look around. You can tell it's just a kick-ass building. A lot of cool buildings down here. That Chase Bank right there, they buzz you in and they buzz you out. Big inch-thick plexiglass all over. You know, I don't like tamales. I don't know. I don't like them. Probably me de Pueblo. Yeah, I am going to interview. You better believe it. Look at that thing. Looks like he took that. I had to bring that over and take it to this building. Yeah, it's no problem finding out who the building belongs to. Yeah, I don't really think I'm in danger in any of them, to tell you the truth. I really don't. Yeah, that may be true. This really isn't what I call a bad area. I mean, you look at all the cornices and the decoration on the top of the buildings. They don't do anything like that anymore. Oh, the guy put a bucket on now. I think he's calling it a day. Oh, now he took it off. I didn't know a bucket came off that easy. Oh, thank you, Clan. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know if I started something great. I mean, I would keep doing it no matter what. I would do just as many everythings, whether I had a following or not. It's like my hobby. RJ, I don't think so. I took Daisy to her park today, first thing. No, I never did drugs. No, just ran into these women down here when I was doing a lot of photography and struck up a conversation with them. Yeah, you can send money to Maddie. You send it to my P.O. Box in West Branch. It'd actually be easier. I was supposed to get 2 keys today. Look, here's one of these kooks riding a bicycle thinking it's safe. He'll be dead one of these days. They think you can just ride your bike like that and everybody's going to see you. Yeah, you'd have to be out of your damn mind to ride a bike down here. You'll be reading about him someday. I mean, riding a bike down here is super dangerous, I think. Crazy people driving, all sorts of potholes. No, yeah, I agree with you on the plaster repair. Get over here for a second, honey. Bug girl, honey. I'll give you a drink, honey. Give you a drink, honey. You want to drink out of this water? Want Dickie? You good girl. You want Dickie, baby? Want Dickie water, honey? You want Dickie water? Go on. Go on. Yeah, visit Michigan's great, great state. Beautiful. 2 peninsulas. Lot to do. Bring your passport so you can go over to Windsor. It's hard for me to see the screen, you guys. No, not so far, not around here. hard to see the screen, you guys. So this area right here, this is where the main Michigan Avenue would be, from Livernois heading west to Wyoming. I thought I saw a raven today. Turned around, she wasn't there. She's dressed like in a Yankee Doodle Dandy outfit. So you see Rebecca's car's gone. There she is right there. I'm gonna park right in this shade for Daisy. She's getting all duded up. Ciao, Daisy. How you doing?
Can you turn the camera off for a second?
Yeah, I won't point it to you.
I need to talk to you.
You do? All right, hang on a second. You don't want anybody to hear? Okay.
Just for a couple minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to sign off here for a second. I'll sign back on.
Hi, Daisy.